Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to be playing Cinderella Phenomenon Evermore, which is sort of like a sequel to the original Cinderella Phenomenon games. If you haven't watched that, played that, it's free to play on Steam, and it is amazing. Like, such a good game. And I'm really excited for this one. I'm really curious to see how they're going to continue each route, as with the original game. Spoilers. Certain people died during each route, so I'm curious to see how their storyline is going to progress from there. But I'm really excited for this, so let's go ahead and get right into it. After you've made a choice, watch out for the right choice indicator, which will appear on the top right-handed corner of the screen. It can be turned off in the settings. I love how it's like a little clock with a flower. Oh, so cute! Remember, good things come to those who wait until midnight. Okay. Once upon a time, in a land far, far away, there lived a princess. She was known as the Ice Princess, named for her frigid heart and unyielding coldness towards others. The princess shunned all who sought to help her. She was scared to go out into the world, so she locked herself up in her palace. Then one day, the Ice Princess became the victim of the infamous fairy tale curse and was forced to go from riches to rags. As the princess struggled to come to terms with her new life, she met a very special man. The two endured much strife, helping each other overcome various ordeals. In the end, they emerged victorious. The special man thawed the princess's ice-cold heart and dried her dampened spirits. The two vowed to love each other for the rest of time. They lived happily ever after. Yeah, they did. Oh my gosh. But what happens after happily ever after? Dun, dun, dun. Alright, I'm going to keep the name the same. Just because I'm not creative enough to make a new name. Ooh, we get to choose our path right away. Nice, nice. I guess there's not really much, like, storyline to build up. So we have Rod, Chevalier, Waltz, Fritz, and my boy Klaude. I'm gonna do Klaude first. The Chameleon Prince. I'll probably be uploading this like by chapter for each one. So yeah. Also, I apologize in advance. I'm not much of a voice actor, so. Ho ho ho. If I were you, I'd give him now, Princess Lucette. You ought to just surrender, darling. What kind of villain is this, darling? Lucette! This is why you play along. I take a deep breath, then force myself to glare at him. I will never succumb to you. Oh my god, are they role-playing? Oh my god, this game is now 18+. I parried Klaude's sword moments after he lands a blow on the edge of my blade. His momentary surprise fades into concentration as he rushes me again, sword raised high. Oh my god, my baby! That's my man right there, y'all. This time I am unable to parry, and when our swords connect, that's all I can do to keep my stance. Klaude's face is inches from mine. A cocky smile lights his face, but his calm is unwavering. Use any means necessary to best me. I dare you. At this proximity, I can see the flecks of color in Klaude's eyes, the flicker of golden light on jets of green. His eyes will always remind me of this forest. I steal my eyes away from him and glimpse the rest of his body in search of an opening. Ooh, how should I attack him? Oh my gosh, okay, I want to use magic to get an unfair advantage. I love the choice options. These little things right here are so cute. I do have one easy way to gain an upper hand. Maybe I will not win, but I smile at him. You've forgotten one very important thing, Klaude. Oh, I'm a witch, and you're not. You wouldn't. Klaude's sword slips past mine, and with enough force to make my blade loose in my hand, but my grip no longer matters. My taunt has temporarily caught Klaude off guard, giving me enough time to concentrate on my magic. Ice begins to gather on my fingertips. Klaude rushes me again with his sword. Just as I hold up my hand to cast my spell, I aim the ice at his feet. When the whiteness clears, my ice has accumulated at the ground, turning the vibrant green blades of grass into fragments of powder white. But Klaude is nowhere to be seen. What? I feel the cold tap of a blade against my shoulder. Damn it, I thought that was gonna work. Before I can turn in place, I feel an arm around my waist and lips close to my neck. I can feel Claude's breath on my skin when he laughs. Cheaters never prosper, darling. Oh, God. And he cut his hair! Oh my god, he looks so good! I love him so much. He told me to best you in whatever way I could. Claude responds by moving his lips down to the nape of my neck and planting a soft kiss there. I stumble away, my fingers tight on the grip of the sword. Claude raises an eyebrow at me and grins. Perhaps if you hadn't warned me about your magic in advance, you might have won. Though, even had you won, it wouldn't have been a very fair victory. I hold up my sword once again, but too late. Claude's already closed in on me again, his blade at my neck. He knows me too well. The moment I become flustered, I lose all my concentration. He grins at me, triumphant. Really, though, you should have admitted defeat much earlier. He moves the edge of the blade away from my neck and leans forward to brush his lip against my ear. The rest of his words come in a whisper. There's no best in me, love. I can predict you every moment. I sigh. I know when I'm beaten, and to fight any more would be futile. I pull my arm away from Claude with a groan. I almost had you. Almost, but not quite. I groan at Claude's response. He always manages to say such things nonchalantly without even batting an eyelash. I have just readied my retort when something breaks the silence of the forest around us. I hope we're not interrupting anything. I will in place to stare in the direction of the new voice. I'm surprised to see Garland and Jurian standing a short distance away beneath a corpse, a tree. A copse. A copse? The fuck is a copse? A copse of trees. How long have you two been standing there? Long enough to see the thrilling end to that match. You almost had him that time, princess. Garland looks at Claude and shakes her head. A victory this close to the princess's birthday would have been a good gift. I would refuse such a victory. What is the point if I don't earn it myself? Claude grins, spoken with all the pride of a knight. You see, Garland, she would never accept such a thing. I know Lucette like the back of my hand. I would hope you know your fiancé like the back of your hand. Oof. I cannot help that my cheeks warm at Jurian's words. Oh my god, they're engaged! Oh my god! Even though I have been Claude's fiancé for the last few months, most people do not bring up our engagement so casually. Claude slides close to me and wraps an arm around my waist. You really are so adorable when you're embarrassed. You even begin to tease me with this sort of wine in your hand. Your threats are sweet as your compliments. He smiles at me mischievously before stepping away and glaring at Jurian and Garland. I hope that the two of you didn't come for a personal lesson. You know that I have an important matter to attend to, no? I stifle a sigh. I know just as well as Jurian and Garland that Claude has something he needs to pick up in town today. Most likely it is another gift for me. Claude plans to give me a birthday gift every day of the week leading up to my birthday. He did the same thing last year and the year before that, but this year his first birthday gift was rather extravagant. I cannot believe that bouquet of lilies he bought me yesterday had to be delivered on a cart. On a cart? Oh my god, Claude. I wonder what kind of gift he plans on bringing by today. 6 days remain until my birthday, which means that the gifts will become more extravagant from here on out. It is usually the gift he gives me on my birthday date that is the most heartfelt and special, but I cannot help but look forward to his smaller surprises regardless. His efforts are always showy, and that is what makes him feel like Claude. Besides, he always puts so much thought into the gifts, extravagant or not. I turn back to the conversation at hand. The two knights are still discussing some sort of training regimen. The exchange goes on for another few minutes before Claude turns and smiles. By your leave, darling, I shall rush off to town and pick up your gift. I promise that you will absolutely love this one. Hopefully it doesn't need to be delivered on a cart. Or involves some foreign choir. Or a cake so large it takes 4 people to carry it up the stairs. You two are just jealous that you didn't get to deliver those items yourselves last year. The cake was made by the best baker in the whole world, and that choir? I cannot help the laughter that escapes my lips. Klaude abruptly stops talking to plant a kiss on my head. He gazes at me with a fond smile before shaking his head. Enough dawdling. I have to go now if I want to make it in time for our designated meeting. I promise I won't be late, Lucette. He grasps my hand briefly before rushing off. I notice that in his hurry, he's forgotten to sheath his sword. Klaude, your sword! He lets out a soundless sigh as he sheaths the sword and rushes off, leaving me alone with the two notes. Looks like someone's got their head in the clouds. Doesn't he always when he's around the princess? The two glanced at each other, some silent amusement flickering between them. Did he come here just to spy on us? Of course not, Your Highness. We were on our way out of the palace when Princess Emmeline stopped us and asked us to deliver a message. A message? The princess requires your assistance. With what? She didn't provide any details, unfortunately. If she didn't explain what it was for, then it's highly likely that it's about that surprise celebration she wants to throw me. But is it a surprise if I already know it's happening? Garland and Jurian glanced at each other for a few moments, some hidden message conveyed in their gazes. Garland claps a hand on Jurian's shoulders with a smile. I'll escort the princess back. I'll meet up with you before the hour is up. Jurian puts her hand over his, but only briefly before she nods at him. Don't be too late, otherwise I'll start eating without you. Oh my god, I can't talk today. I'm just excited, you know? Garland slides his hands off her shoulders. She turns to walk away from us. Once she is out of sight, the two of us begin our walk toward the palace. Oh my god, I didn't even realize that Jurian now has a stubble and his hair is longer? Yes, get it! I'm just so focused on Klaude, like, oh, my baby. Garland stops when we arrive at the gates. He turns to me with a bright smile. Here we are, Princess. Oh. He looks at me quizzically. I just noticed, you didn't have a knight escort with you today. A few weeks ago, I was able to convince Father that we no longer need an escort in the forest. I feel it is better this way. I feel it's more special when it's just Klaude and I there. Besides, I am the Tenenbaum bearer, and Klaude is a talented swordsman. We have nothing to fear when we are together. No, the king should be able to fill you in on that situation. Garland looks at me thoughtful, then he nods. Princess Emmeline should be in the dining hall. Is there anything else that you require? Nothing that I can think of. You're free to go back to your date. Oh my god, he's so cute when he blushes! Garland blushes a crimson red that makes me laugh. Despite how discreet he and Jurian try to be, it is easy to see the two of them are courting each other. It's been that way for the last 2 years. I narrow my eyes at him. How goes the matter Klaude and I discussed with you? Have you spoken to Jurian yet? No, not yet. Garland shakes his head, eyebrows furrowed. The timing doesn't feel right. I'll propose to her after your birthday party or your wedding, but right now we need to focus on security for both of those celebrations. Oh my god, he's gonna propose! How cute! You two are hardworking to a fault, you know. It's an occupational hazard, I'm afraid. I shake my head with a sigh. That dedication is what makes Jurian and Garland two of the most competent knights we have in Anigale. After I excuse him, he bows and then turns to walk away. I'm about to walk in through the front gate when he suddenly calls my name. Oh, Princess Lucette, did Prince Klaude say anything about when his brother is scheduled to arrive? Oh my god, yeah, his brother, the little like teasers I've seen, also a baddie, I love it. Oh, right. I had nearly forgotten that Klaude's brother Lance is supposed to arrive the week before our wedding. Klaude insisted that he come as late as possible. He should be here at the beginning of next month. Garland looks at me for a few minutes, a troubled expression on his face. Is something wrong, Garland? It's nothing. Garland smiles before turning and walking away. I watch his back, contemplating calling him back. Instead, I find my thoughts turning to the last time I mentioned Lance. You've been sulking all day. Is something wrong? I sit beside Klaude on the bed, my hand resting on his knee. He stares out my window, his gaze glassy. You would laugh. I would laugh at you anyways. Claude's lips quirk slightly before he angles his head towards me with a sigh. If you must know, it's my brother. Lance? Yes, Llama. I raised an eyebrow sharply. What about him? Did he write something strange in his last letter? Not so much strange as annoying. He proposed visiting Annigale. I'm gonna say Angiel. Visiting Angiel 1 week before our wedding for a preliminary celebration. I failed to see the problem. The problem is that it's Llama. He attracts unwanted attention wherever he goes. We've met before. You understand what I mean. The last time I spoke with Lance was nearly a year ago. He and his mother came to visit Klaude and Angiel and brought everyone in the palace a terrifying amount of gifts. He was a lot like you. I am offended, darling. We are nothing alike. I am radiant like the sun, and Llama is... I am radiant like the sun, and Llama is a magnet. He is always stealing the spotlight. Always. You're worried that he'll steal the spotlight from you? Klaude looks at me, disgruntled. I'm right, aren't I? What a brat. Not at all. I'm worried he'll steal the spotlight from you. I slide closer to him. Klaude, I will be fine. I do not crave attention like you do. Crave attention? Me? Yes, you. Do not deny it. But you... I put a finger to his lips. You already give me enough attention as it is, and that's all I really need. Klaude pulls my hand away from his mouth and gently kisses my palm. He smiles a little sheepishly. If you insist, then I'll write back to my brother and tell him he can come early. I just hope you won't regret this decision. Lance has been very popular in Angiel ever since he first visited with his mother, but no matter his magnetism, he certainly won't distract the townspeople from a royal wedding. I'm sure that Klaude must have something planned for the week before the wedding, and he just doesn't want Lance taking anyone's attention away from it. It will be fun. Or will it? I shake my head to clear my thoughts before turning to head back into the palace. The hallways are bustling with activity when I enter. Many of the gathered servants and maids stop chattering as I approach. At ease. Aren't you all supposed to be on break? Ah, Princess, we were just enjoying our break outside. I glance around at the gathered staff. I'm certain that these people do not usually take their breaks together, even if they do happen to share the same off times. I see. Have any of you seen Emmeline? The princess is in the dining hall with the royal chef's princess. I thank the maids with a little bob on my head before making my way to the dining hall. The dining hall is just as lively as the hallway, if not even more. Appetizing scents waft through the air, mingling to create an overly piquant aroma. I spot Emmeline amidst the crowd, tasting colored liquids in different chalices. She raises the chalice to her lips just as I arrive before hurriedly placing it back on the table. Oh, Lucette. Huh. She doesn't really look like she's changed much. Except for her outfit. But, yeah. You look guilty of something. Not at all. I glance around at the different chalices. Emmeline's shoulders droop with the defeat. I was trying different cocktail concoctions for your birthday dinner. It was Claude's idea that we mix something completely original for you. I was debating what type of cocktails to make for you. Strawberries and bananas, some cucumbers and lime. I feel terrible because I don't know what your favorite flavors are. That can't be helped. I don't think I've ever spoken about my preferences with you. Still, I must make certain that this drink is perfect. She gestures to the various chalices and then points to one at the far end. It is filled with a white blue juice and has a familiar creature sitting on top of the glass's decoration. Oh my god, the chameleon! How cute. Well, if this was Claude's idea, then I'm not surprised to use a chameleon to decorate the chalices. Years ago when I first met him, Claude enlightened me with stories of his childhood. Apparently he has a special attachment to chameleons. Sometimes when the two of us are practicing together, he even refers to himself as the Chameleon Prince. He says that he did it so we could have matching titles, but Chameleon Prince and Ice Princess do not match at all. I stare at the chameleon topper. Ooh, because I went back. And is this birthday celebration really for me, or is it for him? Actually, I've been trying to come up with a name for it, but I haven't thought of anything yet. So I thought it might be nice for you to choose it. She's so sweet. It will be distributed in the marketplace after we unveil it at your birthday, after all. What? Claude insisted that the populace have some way to celebrate with you. Since we're going to distribute it in your name, I thought I'd ask you what you wanted me to call this drink. A name for a drink. We gotta go with the chameleon. Even if it is very dramatic, this is still thoughtful of Claude. Since he's working so hard for the celebration, he ought to be celebrated a little too. And since it's no secret he adores chameleons... The chameleon? Emmeline looked skeptically at the drink, then burst out laughing. I guess it makes sense with the little chameleon on the glass, but wouldn't that make the drink more Claude's special cocktail? I see no problem with celebrating him. We can play a little trick on him during the unveiling. He'll never see it coming. Emmeline puts a hand to her cheek and grins. I'm sure he'll love it, Lucette. Oh, what sort of mixture do you want for the drink? I'm not picky. Feel free to choose what you will. Really? Are you sure? Emmeline looks at me uncertainly. Are you still here trying to drink some? Was that Rod? A familiar voice makes us both boil in place. I guess they're right. Oh my god, he's grown up so well. He is looking fine. Oh my gosh, I love it. I might do his Rod next, honestly. I don't know. I gotta think. Rod stands behind us, lips quirked into a small smile. I step back without realizing. I'm still unused to Rod's changed height, especially with his quiet demeanor. It feels almost like a contradiction. He scowls at me. I feel like the art got so much better too. Like, they did such a good job. Is there something on my face? You cast a shadow. You're terrible. Oh my god, he's so cute when he blushes. Emmeline just giggles, then she clasps my hand on my shoulder. Anyway, thanks for the help, Lucette. I actually had a few more questions to ask you, but I need to figure out this drink before the end of the hour. Rod, you should help me. You want me to help you taste drinks? We could both be royal test drinkers. I don't think Noble tests drinks for other nobles. The two of them continue their back and forth banter, and for a few moments, I watch them with amusement. I have tried my best to mend my relationship with Emmeline and Rod over the years, and even though the bond we share are not as strong as the bond they have with each other, our relationship is no longer strained. Oh my god, I'm so happy! I think I'll leave you two to your taste testing. I have to meet Claude soon. He insisted on meeting me in my room before he has to run off to a lesson with his history tutor. He's picked up NGL's history fairly quickly, especially since he just started recently. And since I've convinced him to stop hiding from his tutor. Emmeline is staring at the chalice of the chameleon topper thoughtfully. I wonder what sort of gift he'll bring today. Hopefully it's not a choir or some gigantic cake with enchanted candles. There's no way to know with Claude. The surprise is part of the gift. Well, do let us know what it is once you get it through the wrapping paper, if it's small enough to fit the wrapping paper, that is. I nod my head with a smile. The three of us trade quick farewells before I walk out of the crowded dining room and back into the corridor. I barely manage to pace steps into the corridor before someone collides with me. The impact pushes me down to the ground. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. The man holds out his hands to me. My humblest, most sincere apologies, Princess Lucette. Please allow me to help you to your feet. Ooh, this is either Chevalier or Waltz. Or Fritz. I glance at the man and frown. I'm about to respond to his apology when I pause, noticing his gentle features. It is impossible not to recognize him. Okay, I'm gonna guess Waltz. Lance. Ooh. Okay. He's a cutie. He's not as cute as his brother, but he's a cutie. I stare at him in shock. The light of the sun is angled just right on his features, making everything on his face gently glow. My earlier agitation disappears completely when I behold a smile. Nice to see you again, Princess Lucette. And once again, I am so sorry. I continue to stare at him, eyes wide, his apology barely registering in my mind. You're not supposed to be here for another month. That I am not, yet here I stand. He continues to smile at me jovially. There's an explanation for this, I promise. He gestures with his hand and Clara insists that I take it. I'll take his hand, why not? His smile lengthens into something even more dazzling as he grips my hand and pulls me to my feet. I have done a terrible thing knocking over a beautiful lady. Is there anything I can do to apologize to you? He's just as cheesy as his brother. I love it. You can let go of her hands. She's so jealous. Oh my god, it's so cute. Klaude appears suddenly behind Lance, his expression bared with a scowl. Lance releases my hand immediately. I knocked her down, so Yes, I know. The usual story. This is what happens when one is clumsy. Lance smiles, a little sheepishly before he turns his full attention on Klaude. Well, that was a little awkward, but his smile widens into something somehow both shiny and gentle. Nice to see you too, Karma. Llama. Did you say Klaude or Karma? Oh, it doesn't matter. The few people that are in the hallway, including a few of the servants, pause briefly to glimpse. Oh no, what did I do? I don't save it. A few of the servants pause briefly to glimpse at Lance as they pass. They smile when Lance makes eye contact with them. The last time Lance was here, he had a similar effect. He has a way of sparkling. Klaude does it too, but on purpose. I did not think it was possible before, but I'm fairly certain Lance sparkles without meaning to. Lance's smile fades slowly. I apologize for not writing in advance of my arrival. Father insisted I'd come early to surprise you. By showing up an entire month early? Yeah, exactly. Last time I visited with Mother, we ruined everyone's schedules. Father figured that if that no one had any time to plan, it wouldn't be imposing as much. Oh my gosh, I can't read. That is not very sound logic. I've never met Klaude and Lance's father, but sometimes I can't help but wonder what sort of king he is outside of the stories I hear. No, it's not sound logic, but it is something father would do. I like surprising people. The two men look at each other for a few moments. Lance looks noticeably uncomfortable with Klaude scowling at him. The silence is stifling. I clear my throat. It is good to have you here, Lance. Does my family know that you are here? Oh, I've already met with King Hinario. My bad. I'm gonna call him Hinado. So, and Queen Ophelia earlier. I was on my way to Princess. I'm so sorry, guys. I was on my way to visit Princess Emmeline and Prince Rod when I bumped into you in the hallway. Oh, and I happened upon Commander Garland earlier. I was watching one of his practices. Perhaps Garland met Lance earlier, and this is why he mentioned his name. Did he want to keep all this a surprise? Lance smiles again. I heard that your birthday is in 6 days, Princess Lucette. It will be an honor to attend the celebration. And it will be an honor to have you there, Lance. Klaude still looks agitated by the conversation. Klaude is always unreasonably moody when his brother visits. He tells me that it's sibling rivalry, but sometimes I feel it runs deeper than that. I'd hoped to catch up with you two, but I don't want to interrupt any of your plans. Klaude sighs beside me. He seems to deflate a little, but some of the earlier tension I sense fades away. He smiles at Lance. The sight puts me at ease. As much as I want to catch up now, I have an engagement. 2, in fact. But I steal a quick glance at Klaude's hands and realize, belatedly, that he holds a colorful box in them. Is that the birthday gift you mentioned earlier? It's surprisingly small. I figured as much. That is what happens when one shows up unexpectedly at another person's doorsteps. In that case, I'll make myself scarce for the hour. If you have the time to spare after your engagements, I'll be in the dining hall. I hear some sort of celebration planning is taking place. He gives a slight but elegant bow before walking past us, still smiling his gentle smile. It begins. What? The llama takeover. Aren't you being a bit dramatic? He is your brother. I'm dramatic because he is my brother and I know him. Claude sighs. I'll have to rearrange my schedule now to make sure he doesn't accidentally change any of my plans. Plans? Claude shakes his head slightly before smiling at me mischievously. Plans? Whatever are you talking about, Lucette? I nudge his shoulder, but he just laughs at me before setting his arm on my shoulders with a smile. Shall we? The two of us make our way down the corridor into my room. Oh my gosh, what is this? Thankfully, there are no further incidents in the hallway. By the time we get back to my room, Claude is noticeably more at ease. I take a seat on my bed as he shuts the door behind him. The day's climax is last upon us. There's no choir involved in this, is there? Last year I sat down on my bed and a choir started singing a birthday song in the garden outside my window. No choir, this is much better. He sits down beside me and hands me a box. His eyes are glimmering with excitement. Claude's excitement is just as much part of the gift as the gift itself. He always looks so happy when he gives me something. But his happiness is contagious. Are you going to continue making me wait in suspense? I thought this was my gift and not yours. Don't be like that, love. You know how much I enjoy seeing your eyes light up when you open a gift. I glance down at the little box that is now on my lap. It is wrapped in vibrant red, gold, and green. A small card on top reads, "To my betrothed on her special birthday week, you are my compass, even in the darkest times." Oh my god! Oh, he's so sweet! Oh my gosh. I blush a little as I pluck the card off and set it aside. Betrothed. It is still so strange to think that we are engaged. Everything feels as it always has. It feels natural. I eye the ring on my fingers and carefully unfold the wrapping paper. You could just tear the paper, you know. I enjoy making you wait in suspense. You do like to tease me, don't you? Oh my gosh. I laugh as I pull out the wrapping paper and then slowly open the box that Claude has brought for me. Oh my gosh, it's them! This is so cute. All the fluff in this game, my heart can't take it, y'all. I take the first plush out of the box and stare at it. It is frizzy and almost completely black with red eyes, and yet somehow it is cute. And the other plush, I take it out and gaze at its dress and face. It has a lily necklace hanging from its neck and glass slipper on its small feet. I can immediately tell from the hair who it's meant to be. It's me, and I stare at the black beast plush, startled. You? Claude laughs like he plays with himself. Why would he make himself out to be a beast? You look confused, but certainly you must realize that this gift is based off the beauty of the beast. But you... Look, I even gave myself a crown. I furrowed my eyebrows at him. You don't really think that you're a beast? Claude's lips curve into a gentle smile. In the past, yes, but for now, the beast is just a plush. Don't you think it's cute? I glance down at the beast plush again, my fingers on the crown. The past. I lean against Claude's shoulders and hold up the two plush toys so that I can see them side by side. They are adorable, Claude. I love them. I wrap my arms around his waist and settle my head on his shoulder. Thank you. Better than a choir or a large cake? I debated combining the two this year, you know. I suppose if I had to choose. No, wait, don't tell me. You might just break my heart. I grin at him as he wraps an arm around my waist and plants a kiss on the top of my head. I love everything that you get from me, no matter how small or how great. I eye the rose locket hanging around his neck and smile. Claude notices me looking and puts a hand to it. More than 2 years ago, he had a rose tattooed by his heart. Now he calls the rose locket his heart. I would give you the whole world if I could, but for now, I hope you don't mind settling for these smaller gifts. I'd never be able to fit the whole world in my room, but I can fit you in here at least, and that's probably the most important thing. Probably? Lucette, I'm offended. I laugh and he leans down and plants a kiss on my smile. You really won't let me skip out on my lessons today? I could think of much better things to do than Lucette. He raises an eyebrow and I just let him leave it. stares at me after that, his expression glowing surprisingly somber. For a few moments, I see a glint of melancholy in his eyes. Poor baby. Then he stands up abruptly and fixes a smile to his face. Of course. And then there's also my kid brother to attend to. I will go speak with Lance, so do not worry about him. Once again, Claude's expression is sullen, but the look is only temporary. He leans down to take my hand and then places a soft kiss at its back. In that case, I will see you later, my love. He smiles at me one last time before heading out the door. I fall back on my bed, holding the two plushies to my chest. I hold the beast plush and sigh. The uneasiness that I felt just now was my imagination, right? The beast plush does not answer me. I set the Beauty and the Beast plush toys down beside each other in my bed. For a few moments, I look at them, thoughtful. Eventually, I move to exit the room and turn my thoughts to brighter things. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and stop it here, and I'll see you guys in the next one.